Welcome
Danger Zone
to Spawn Point Podcast numero 64.
Oh my god, you're playing Minecraft.
Dude, I was staring at my Steam list, like, for a good 5 minutes before we started this podcast, like, I hate all my games, that's what I was thinking to myself. And I was trying to pick something to play that I could just not think about, you know? And then I decided on something, and it wasn't Minecraft. It was it was totally accurate Battle Simulator. We were talking about it yesterday, and I was like, that's a bit of fun. And then I started it up, and I realized that it doesn't like OBS, and it just breaks, like, OBS's capture, so I couldn't do that. So then I clicked next to it on my desktop, and it was Minecraft, and it opened, and I was like, I guess this is what we're doing now. So there you go, Minecraft.
Sure.
You know, it works. It fulfills the purpose.
Everyone's sorry, not anyone's first choice. But
yeah.
Yeah. Always that game that's just there.
Minecraft's still, the one you choose to settle down with, because,
it's the boring safe option.
They're safe.
Yeah.
But
wait, Minecraft's me?
You think you're safe?
Yeah, what?
Safe? Why am I not safe?
Okay. Moving on! How's everyone's week?
Drop that bomb on me! And be like, I don't want to talk about...
Hey, Andy!
Fine.
How are
How
you?
are people's week?
I haven't talked to you today, Andy.
But before you
Yeah.
can talk to you, Andy, he has to insult you.
No, I love you, Andy. You're great.
No one insulted me. No one said I had. No one said I was the safe option.
You think
What?
you think Luke would be more insulted if I told him he was a safe option? Anyway, how was your week, Andy?
My week has been pretty normal up until today, where I was rang yesterday at 5:30 by one of my bosses at work, who then asked me if I could come in to work at an absurdly early hour this morning to help set up an event that's going on next week.
Ooh. And you were like,
Deadly.
nah,
stupid
thanks.
And I was like, how much though? No, I wasn't. I said I'd do it because that's kind of what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
Look at you saving
So-
face.
We've been setting up like marquees and tents and stuff, so I was supposed to be coordinating a bunch of people doing that. But
Right.
we were short-staffed at one point, so I had to start helping set up tents, and I'm not built for manual labour. I can't do it.
Yeah, neither am I.
I'm
I was
only built for manual labour, and that's it.
I was created in this job to coordinate and to lead, not to actually do stuff.
Yeah.
Which is evidenced by the fact that I used a hammer for about 20 minutes, and I've got a blister on my hand now.
Oh my god.
Don't know how I did it. Also, I was putting up tents. I'd never put a tent up in my life. Didn't know what the hell I was doing. This is why I was telling people what to do instead of actually doing it myself.
This is fair.
That's fair.
So this is just a bunch. Yeah. So we ended up just spending a bunch of time putting up a bunch of tents and marquees, and me getting a bunch of people to move tables around because I didn't want to. And yeah, so for now I found out also today that I'm doing the same shift twice on Saturday and Sunday next week while the whole events are going on. So that's going to be fun. And I've been told there's a slight possibility I may be working from 7:30 on Saturday until 10:30 because we may have to be short-staffed on the night because no one's been booked into work the night shift.
What a wonderful work environment.
I get paid money, and I'll have to just I'll just do what I normally do and just tell other people to do stuff.
At least you get overtime pay, right?
Damn well, but I get overtime pay, and if I work over 12 hours, I get an extra day's holiday and double time.
Yeah. So, hey, money.
Yeah.
Money.
The key for doing that sort of stuff is to just delegate, and if it sounds like you know what you're talking about, people will just do it.
Yeah. Don't
And
question.
then,
it.
yeah. So, delegate. Just do that. Luke, tell us what you're
Your
doing.
Spawn Point podcast tip of the day is
Yeah,
delegate.
delegate.
Delegation is important.
Yeah,
Well,
this is why Kamal does all the podcasts. I delegate.
Oh, I see what's happening now. You may have broken the spell.
Even Kamal didn't know this was happening.
Welcome to the last episode of the Small Boy Podcast. But yeah, no, carry on.
The podcast is over. The new banner for like when we're offline is just gonna be "fuck you, Andy." We'll never podcast again after that. Delegate this, bitch.
Yeah, go for it, Luke. How was your week? I know there's been a lot happening in Luke Land recently.
Okay, wait. I'm gonna take ahead of myself a second to sum up my week. Stress, just very stressful. Just like
10 out of 10.
Just
Why did you have to take your headphones off for that?
because I couldn't pull my hair if I had my headphones
I
on
think
my
you
head.
could, though.
Sure.
It would have just fallen off, and I'd look like a fool. Like a fool.
Yeah, that's okay, sure.
But like, it's also been good. It's so we've been trying to get this flat, and there's been a lot of stress in getting people to sort their shit out. But like, we're finally at a point where we've sorted the shit out,
Yay.
and we're going for it. And I was just looking up Indeed right now as we were talking, and there is a store assistant job in Aldi's, which pays £8.53 an hour. So I'm going to be going for that immediately after this podcast.
Money. Hours. Work.
Yes.
Things.
All good
It
things.
sounds like it's haunted.
I'm loading up maps on Minecraft that are on my computer, and I don't know what the hell they are, because I don't have any memory, and I just loaded up one, and this is Anne's map. Who's Anne again? Anyway, carry on.
Burn it.
Is this all the castle that the main Anne built, or is this a different Anne map?
This is the. I think this is the one where she spent like months
Yeah.
just like working.
I wonder
on it.
I wonder if she ever finished this. I need to find out. I'm curious.
I don't know.
But like now that you've loaded it up, you have to burn it because like what else can you do?
Yeah, do it.
I guess that is true. I am in creative mode.
Like when somebody gives you a map, it's like, oh, this was cool, and then you start burning everything to the ground.
It is so pretty though, especially like with this. I forgot that I had all like the shaders and stuff installed. Like, it's very, very pretty. It's gonna all burn to the ground now. So you good progress today then.
Good progress today. We also found out there's no pets, and I told Chloe that if she were to get a pet, I would kill that pet because I'm not getting thrown out of my flat just because somebody wants a pet. So you know,
What's like the laws was like that?
Hmm?
What are the laws was that?
On animal murder?
Yeah,
Probably
like
not good.
if someone gets like a dog and I kill the dog, what
fined
happens?
probably.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, like
Right?
that.
Like it couldn't be worse
No,
than
wouldn't
fine.
no,
Like,
wouldn't you get you get jail time for that.
What?
I know someone.
Why? It's a dog.
I think there was a guy in the news who killed his dog, but he botched it and left it somewhere and it died, and he got like 6 months for animal
but
cruelty.
Yeah, I can see animal cruelty. If you kill someone's dog quickly, then like
I mean, it's still like.
I think
mean,
the
I feel like
bigger
it's still
deal
good jail time.
isn't like that you killed the dog though, it's that you killed someone else's dog. But I should like if it's my dog
I
and I
guess it's
killed it
also- it's
swiftly, like I don't see what the really big deal is, to be honest.
if I kill my own,
Alright, Luke's gonna get someone
dog
knocking on his door
will
in like an
I
next.
get jail.
But like,
Yes,
I mean, like,
yes, you will. This has been documented.
I don't agree with this legal system. I say we should be allowed to kill our dogs.
Just if you don't feel, why would you?
You don't. I'm not advocating. I'm not saying go out and kill your dog. I'm just saying like, I don't see what the big deal is. Was like killing a dog really like painlessly.
So,
Like,
so somebody asked on this forum board, like what would happen if you killed someone else's dog, and the top answer was only if you get caught.
Well, I mean, he's not wrong.
I guess
wrong.
that's true. Okay, there you go. 1 point tip of the day number 2. If you're gonna kill someone else's dog, don't get caught.
I mean, that's just on crime as well, generally, isn't it? If you're gonna do crime, just don't get caught.
My flatmate will just come back to the flat and it's like, "Where's the dog?" And I'm, I don't know.
If you're doing a crime, don't get
It's a
caught.
convenient dog-sized bin bag. Like,
Just take it onto a canal boat and pretend it's like hairy turkey.
Yeah.
peep show. But like, I said Kamal pictures
Oh yeah.
of that.
I already forgot about this.
So much Kamal cares.
No, Andy. Okay, we're starting with the staircase.
Oh, that's the first one.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I know Nia. We've established why.
Why is
'Cause,
Andy so spoopy and dark?
Oh wait, I can fix that.
Andy wants
I can turn the sun on.
Whoa! Andy's God! Confirmed.
Those are the two.
He's either Satan or God, so you know you can pick.
Yeah, I'll be God, I guess. I just thought I'd change it up.
skip
Hey,
the first
how you
two.
doing?
Skip the first two.
There's a
pictures
toilet.
that come out.
We're staring at a
Yeah.
toilet on stream now.
Like I realized.
There's a toilet.
Yes.
Great.
There's a
10 out of
toilet.
10.
This is a
10 out of
toilet.
10.
This is Luke, and that's George. And George looks like he just came from work or something.
He did just come from work.
George just looks like a teacher. He legit does.
And like
I love
was
it.
taking-
He's so sensible dressed.
I was taking the sofa for a test drive. We got 2 of those bad boys.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't get a wide shot of the living room. Like I don't understand why my mate did not do like a kind of.
This is
Wide
Luke's
shot.
Luke's potential
This is
apartment.
Luke's
Yeah.
potential apartment.
Yeah, he's gonna be putting deposit down on it soon, hopefully.
And then there's the kitchen, which looks nice.
Kitchen. It has a sink and a gas stove. Don't burn your house down. Yay!
Built microwave as well, which I
Oops.
will be using. Only that.
Kitchen.
And then the last picture is my bedroom.
Bedroom, which has a bed in it.
It looks smaller than it actually is.
That doesn't look small.
That doesn't look small.
I guess just because
I mean,
I've
that
had.
looks solidly normal size.
Right, that looks like a good size room.
Like, there's
Does not
another-
look
there's another,
small
like-
room.
There's another back to where that photo was taken.
I assumed so.
No, but I mean, like
See,
a
Nia
significant.
says it's pretty big. He also
That does
says
not
5
look like a
years, and he hasn't
small
burned his
room.
house down. There's always tomorrow, Nia. There's always tomorrow.
Yeah, me too. I've had a gas stove for a while, and I haven't burnt my house down either. So you know that's good.
But you see, I have a conundrum here.
What?
I don't know where I'm going to put the 2 desks in that room with those corners.
Well, firstly, to utilize space in a room correctly, you have to take the bed out of the middle and push it up against the wall, because
Yeah,
it's
'cause
just
that's-
wasting
you're
a bunch of
creating
space.
wasted
Yeah?
space.
And then you can sort out from there.
Okay. Because like
Look at my room.
those.
Look at my room
was-
on stream.
I
My
was-
bed
I
is
was-
all the way at the end of my room because, and then I get like a decent amount of space between my bed and my desk, which is all the way on the other side of the room, and it doesn't feel claustrophobic or congested.
Oh, that's good. I'm just trying. Like I'm trying to come at this from a streaming perspective.
Yeah.
And I wanted to get your guys' advice on this because those windows, like the way I have my stream thing set up now.
Yeah.
I can't stream in the day because I get so triggered by the window behind me. With the light just pouring in and casting me, making me look like freaking the evil guy from Inspector Gadget. Claw. Like you can't see me, I'm in shadows.
Mm-hmm.
And
I always thought you were the evil guy from Inspector Gadget.
I'll get you next. Wait, he sounds like he's got lung cancer. Give me a second. I'll get you next time, Gadget.
Oh my god, he probably does have lung cancer.
I can give you a real-time update. Apparently, Anne has not finished making that Minecraft map. She stopped halfway through the sea.
No, Anne, you've let me down! You tell her Kamal is disappointed in you.
Okay, I'll let her know that you're disappointed.
You know, I don't talk to Anne anywhere near enough. See, this is the correct response that you should get, but maybe not what you will get because we haven't talked in ages. It should be, what's new?
Well, let's find out.
Oh my god, she's not in the thing, right? This in the chat because I want to see.
Anne's in a car on the way home from an some form of weird what did you say it was, confirmation or some bollocks like that. I don't know.
Oh yeah, because she's Christian but not Christian, but
Wait,
totally Christian.
Yeah, fake Christian. Yeah,
They do all of like the Christian stuff, but they refuse to say that they're Christian.
basically.
Wait, what?
So
yeah, she was like,
confirmation is supposed to be like a Catholic thing where you get confirmed in your religion, but they use it as like a coming of age ceremony when you're 13. So it's like some sort of weird bar mitzvah.
yeah.
thing, I guess.
The idea is that like you're born into a religion, but like confirmation's like, oh, now you're older. Confirm, right?
Yeah.
like,
After we've indoctrinated you, now make the choice.
yeah, and then everyone does it, but they do it like ritualistically now, like with no actual real intent behind it.
I got mad respect for religious families who like don't do the whole propaganda thingy, you know, like don't force their kids into making a choice. It's like you just make the choice, and
Nah, propaganda all up.
like there's a difference between like informing and like teaching about like, the religion, and then just like.
Oh, dude, I could go off on a tangent right now about like I was having a conversation with. So okay, Luke, do you have anything else you want to say on your flat?
Nothing other than you guys are invited to come whenever you want.
Nice. Okay, because I'll talk about my day then now, because that'll tangentially come into what I was just saying.
Nia's shouting for
No. You know what, Nigel? We are going to have a respectable conversation about religion and not have any shouting apart from what I'm doing right now.
Apart from your shouting.
Good start!
Only Luke's allowed to shout.
It's just my normal tone of voice.
But yeah, I went to Dewsbury again today. You know, my regular weekend visit. But yeah, to see two final flats. I saw them both. They were both very nice. The second one was nicer than the first one, and I happily and thankfully I'm gonna be done with this very soon because we're moving forward with that second one. And yeah, so I signed a bunch of paperwork today. I'm gonna be transferring deposit tomorrow, hopefully. And that should be it. I don't have any pictures or anything to show off on stream. I have a video that I sent to my mum with me talking Arabic to my mum that I can show you guys later. But yeah. But on the way to Dewsbury, which I've mentioned this on the podcast before. I've mentioned this to you guys on your own. You probably know, maybe you know. But Dewsbury is pretty Muslim dense for an English country. And it has like, because it's so Muslim dense, it has the opposite of like the opposite. That's a weird way to put it. It has like an Islamic Catholic school, right? Like it has a religious school, right? But like, but like Islamic. I was talking to my dad about religious schools and how I don't think that they should be a thing. Like, I don't like that there's Catholic schools, and I don't like that there's Muslim Islamic schools. I don't like schools should be absolute, right? Schools should be like science and math and English and life skills, and that's it.
Like, I don't mind like singing an assembly. Just pick other songs, like happy songs or something.
And like I don't mind religious studies either, but like if you're gonna do religious studies, you gotta do it all. You can't fall into like a little, because that's when you get into like systems that are like borderline indoctrination, right?
I had the best religious studies teachers.
Yeah.
I had to have a choice of two schools I could have gone to when I was going to secondary school. One of them was the school I did go to. The other one is a Catholic college where you literally have to have a Bible on your person at all times.
See, yeah. I
wonder how that Andy would have turned out.
Probably would have just disliked the Bible even more. Like, honestly, that's what usually happens to kids in those schools. So not only does it not work, but it's also just weird. Like, just don't do it. Just don't do it. Like, it's just unnecessary. Well, I just I don't think like when I think education, I've never once in my life been like, what needs to be part of education.
Religion.
Picking a specific religion and making sure they talk about it every day.
You know what needs to be a part of government? Religion.
Yeah, it's like if we moved past that in like a majority of government, like surely we should be past that in schools by now.
Yeah, I think so.
You still swear the new president on a Bible though, so hey, what do I even know?
There was a teacher at that old school who refused to teach evolution.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's an even more unique kind of like stupid problem. Like,
yeah,
because I think like the way religious schools work in England is like, it's like, okay, yeah, you can have like religious stuff. I'm pretty sure it's still like you can't mandate it on a child. And I'm pretty sure you still have to follow like a legal curriculum set by the government. So like, if the government says you're teaching evolution, you're teaching evolution. Like, I don't care what you believe, but yeah.
I want you to like buy like copies of The Origin of Species and then just like fill his car with it. Like, it's full. Just got all these books. It's like no.
It'll be a great idea. It will totally not get you in trouble.
Yeah.
I mean, how did you know it was you?
I guess. Don't get caught.
Yeah.
Back to our original small
Yeah.
point tip number 2. Don't get caught with doing crimes.
Yeah, just don't you do crimes.
Right. Okay. Do we want to get into the news?
No, let's just talk more about crimes.
Okay.
Cool crimes. though.
Did I
Only
commit
cool,
any
yeah,
crimes today?
Yeah,
We
caveat,
talk about
only
like the
cool
speed
crimes.
limit on the motorway and how it's stupidly low.
Yeah, how no one ever does it.
No
Yeah,
one
absolutely.
does the speed limit on the motorway, and for good
Yeah.
reason. Like, it's terribly low.
Yeah, we should just have like autobahns.
Like, it's so dumb. Yeah, we should totally have autobahns. You know, the autobahn in Germany has like one of the lowest casualty rates of any
Yeah,
road
Well,
system
if
in
you
the
say,
world.
If you say you can drive whatever speed you like, people just drive at what they don't.
They
like,
drive
say,
what they
"Oh,
feel
I'll drive 100."
comfortable at. Yeah.
Yeah, they just drive whatever they feel comfortable at. They don't like, oh, I'm just going to drive 120 mile an hour everywhere.
Yeah, it's
people
self-relegating. When you start putting
that's the
limits
fact.
on stuff, the system gets really weird and breaks and kills people.
Yeah, even though people are stupid,
Yeah.
they're not just going to drive around at 120 mile all the time.
Yeah, and that guy was gonna do it regardless. So, like...
There's like people who do that anyway. They're going to do it if your speed limit's 70 or 30 or whatever.
Yeah,
So
I always go like 15 above. Yeah, I think
can
like
neither confirm nor deny that I also do that, Mia. But
Like-
I will not say that you're wrong.
yeah, on the way back, I think like my brother hit like 93 or something, and it wasn't like he was attempting to. It was just like
Yeah, so
it was.
You just end up.
Yeah, it just happens.
gradually does that, right?
Yeah, and eventually, like, you're like, you know, you're on the middle lane and you want to overtake someone, and everyone in the middle lane's going 80. You have to go faster than that to go past somebody, and it's just like, yeah, I don't know.
Hmm.
Break laws, kids. It's fine. Really, it's
Yeah,
fine. Laws aren't there to do anything important, kids. It's all good.
Yeah, it's all fine.
Don't you agree, Lucas?
No.
Come on, you can't drive a car, so
Agree.
what do you know?
But, yeah, alright. Games!
Okay.
I thought you said gays for a
Games!
second.
The gays.
Just looked out the window. Gay!
Are the gays welcome? That's the real question.
depends who you ask.
Yeah.
Not in Kamal's house, apparently.
Nope.
Gay!
Not the gays!
Let's just go
Get
off.
out!
Let's just stop. Okay. I'll start the news before you shout more about the gays.
Don't ban us, Twitch. I'm so sorry.
Okay, so my first bit of news is
Gay!
no, shut up. It's about Bethesda and about their review policies and stuff.
Oh, Bethesda.
I've found is quite bad. So obviously we know Prey came out. We talked about Prey last week.
Yes.
How it's quite good. But
yeah, doing pretty well.
yeah, we didn't like it, but apparently everyone else does.
Yeah, it's... You know, I had a conversation with someone in Fire's chat, and we kind of came to the conclusion that, like, Prey is, like, a game... Prey is a PC game. Like, it's a PC game designed for PC gamers, like, as a homage to classic older PC gamers, like... And, you know, that's fine, but it does not translate well to consoles. When you're talking about controls, it does not translate well.
Okay.
But anyway.
Yeah, anyway, there wasn't many reviews of Prey when it first came out, and that was because Bethesda flat out refused to send out early codes for their games for reviewers.
Well, it's part of their new policy, right? Yeah.
It's been for a while, so for
Yeah,
Doom,
so the
Dishonored 2,
Skyrim
and Prey,
remaster.
all of them have been, like, yeah, you didn't really get them. So basically, for those who don't know, the general accepted policy of reviews is people generally send out copies of their games, like
a week,
10
month
days,
to a week.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
something like that, and then they have like a review embargo, so you can only put it out like put a review out like a couple of days before it comes out, just
you
so
sign a little
it gives the
non-disclosure
critic,
agreement, stuff like that.
yeah, it gives the critic plenty of time to play the game, get some opinions on it, explore around it, rather than just having to like feverishly try to like dive through it and give some sort of like botched together opinion.
Yes.
Which is what Bethesda likes.
It's
apparently.
and it's yeah, okay, yeah. And it's good for, like, it's good, so it's kind of like a win-win in the sense that, like, it's good for reviewers because it gives reviewers, like, time to form accurate
a good
opinions.
informed decision.
Yeah, and it gives them, like, you know, it puts value on them, like, since you're providing them with this, like, good, and you're basically saying, like, we value your reviews. But it's also good for companies because reviewers, unfortunately, review sites operate like they're businesses, right? They're not charities. So they operate on a click for dollar basis, right? So it's more advantageous for a reviewer to release a review close to a game. So it's more likely that if you don't give a reviewer ample time to do a review, that they are just going to put out crap reviews really quickly to get the
And
clicks from people. And it's going to represent your game poorly. So it's like, there's no advantage to Bethesda's decision.
Would you like to know Bethesda's justification for this?
Ugh, yeah, hit me.
So they wrote a blog post about it last year when people were complaining about not getting Doom codes quickly enough.
Yes.
And their response is, while we will continue to work with media streamers and YouTubers to support their coverage, both before and after the release, we want everyone, including those in the media, to experience our games at the same time.
Why?
Which is
It's not even a reason, that's just a statement.
It's a statement, and it also makes no sense, because, as we've said, the whole point of a review is so people can get a general idea of the game before they buy it.
Yeah. It's super anti-consumer, in my opinion. Like, it's super anti-consumer, and it's just, like, and even if you're not, like, even if you don't do it out of the goodness of your heart, like, you don't want to just, like, be good to customers, it's anti-you, too! It's just making your life more difficult, Bethesda. That's all it's doing. It triggers me. I remember when they announced this back, like, after Doom, and I hated it, and I still hate it, and I think it bugged me massively at the time, just because, like, Bethesda was doing pretty much everything right. And then for no reason, they decided to just faceplant on, like, why? Why?
The article I've got says a lot of this stuff about how it's affecting the Metacritic numbers, and that's like a big part of games now, because like, I know a lot of developers put Metacritic numbers on like their CVs for like, games they've made and stuff.
And developers get hired with contracts that specify Metacritic numbers for bonuses. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. So it's like the fact that they're doing this, it's like it's failing everyone. So it fails the reviewers who can't give like a proper impression out. Like it fails the gamers who don't get a good impression of the game from reviewers.
Yeah. And
it fails their own like systems and their own devs because they're not going to get as good ratings. And they might not be able to like move forward with their careers and stuff. So
hey, Rhoda.
It makes no sense.
What's up, boy?
Hey, Rhoda.
Hey, breastfeeder.
Certain aspects of the day make me chase after retrospective frogs for money.
Me too, man.
Is that Confucius? I feel that's a Confucian thing.
But yeah, and there's those people. Like, let's talk about Prey as a great example because Prey is basically a new IP. For all intents and purposes, right?
Basically,
So, let's talk like the general customer sees a new IP like Prey. They see some advertising material for it. They're cautious because they have no clue if there's like a quality standard, that's gonna come with this. They don't know what to expect. So Prey launches and they're like, "Oh, I want to pick Prey up," and then they go, "Let's go see how well Prey did," and they are greeted with nothing. They are greeted with silence because no reviewer has received review copies. The customer either decides to go out on a limb and bet with their wallet on Prey, which can happen, and I'm sure does happen, or they decide not to buy it, and all you've done is lost a potential sale. So, like, why? Why? Just
send out them copies.
Just do it. Is this Minecraft? Yeah, I'm playing Minecraft right? I think this is how you play Minecraft.
I mean, yeah, you burn stuff, right? That's how you play Minecraft. Well, I don't even know what you're putting down at this point.
Black banners. I'm taking over the world.
Oh,
America style.
Yeah. This is why they're building that wall.
Wait, no. This is more like Great Britain, to be fair. I put a flag down. It's mine now. Mine.
I mean,
mine.
I'm glad we brought up Skyrim, because we can talk about the best game of all time again.
This is Skyrim.
Good. But yeah. So yeah, basically, Bethesda changed your review policy.
Yeah.
Anything else? Anything else to add about this? Or I just think we covered it.
Yes, actually, speaking of... sorry, Luke?
Says don't care because they make all that money.
That's
Doing, yeah.
just
But
not
they could make more money. They could make more money if
they always like their entire job is to make more money, so they definitely should care. Like,
yeah, they never make too much money.
Yeah, there's no such thing.
Yeah, there's always more money. That's why you put all your bank accounts on offshore tax-free account.
Yes,
that's more money.
Yeah, because screw taxes. Oh, what happened to the dragon? Is Dragon dead?
We killed the dragon apparently. Did you turn on? Is the dragon turned on? Is the dragon turned off?
I mean, I'd have to turn him off, and I did not turn him off.
The dragon's always turned on.
Anyway, yeah, I wanted to add to that. One of my articles is about reviews too, and Prey as well, but kind of in a different angle. So, like Andy said, Prey had late reviews, but the reviews are out now. So IGN, interestingly enough, gave Prey a 4 out of 10, which is massively off. Like pace was every other reviewer. So you know what? I was like, I should look at why they did this. So IGN gave Prey 4 out of 10, because the reviewer was playing Prey on PC. He got a game-breaking bug. His entire 35-hour save got corrupted. He tried an older save. The game was permanently broken. And he couldn't play it anymore. I think the only way to fix it...
every iteration of a save was corrupted?
Yeah, everything the game itself had corrupted. So everything he did up to that point from now on would just not work.
Right, so something deep in the game's code had
just
corrupted.
broke. And
Nice.
I think the only way to fix it was for him to uninstall and reinstall. So he was like, I liked Prey, player was good, it's broken, 4 out of 10. And so... I don't know, I just found that really weird, because I was like, IGN has, and not just IGN, a million reviewers have reviewed games before, that they, haven't experienced a game-breaking bug on, but we know that there's a game-breaking bug out there.
Yeah.
So, should you, if you don't downvote games for having game-breaking bugs when you don't experience them, should you downvote them when you do experience them?
It's a very personal bias you put in it, isn't it?
Right,
It's like, I have personally had an game-breaking bug in, therefore this game is bad.
Yeah, especially when, if you look around, this bug is really rare, and apparently by the time, this article was published, it was already being patched as well.
At the same time, though, it's still a game-breaking bug.
It's
It's
bad. Yeah, but,
But it's the fact that he's letting us that single experience of himself colour his entire...
It's about consistency, right? There are reviewers like Giant Bomb who will always rate games including their performance. So if you want to know if you're getting a game on PC, you want to know if it's a good game, but also if it's a game that runs well, you go to Giant Bomb. PC gamers know this, right? But I don't think you can be so if you're gonna present a review score, and you guys know how much I hate number score systems, right?
Yeah.
You have to at least be consistent.
Yeah.
In how you do the numbering of that system. Now people are gonna scroll past IGN because IGN encourages you to just look at their numbers to get an opinion. They encourage that, and they're gonna see Prey was a 4 out of 10, and they're gonna assume that Prey is a trash game. They're not gonna assume that Prey is a game that has a bug that will probably be fixed. Two completely different things, So
basically, you should either always factor in a game-breaking bug, whether you experienced it or not.
Yeah.
Or you should never factor in a game-breaking bug, but mention that it's there. Not flip-flop around. Out of interest, if they played a game if I assume they reviewed a game like, say, Arkham Knight and stuff, I know that was full of horrendous bugs. What did they review that on?
I don't know. I need to see. I couldn't look at it now though, because if they changed it, I wouldn't know. But that's definitely a good thing, a good point. I don't know.
I'm gonna look that up.
It's just I've seen it before, Fallout 4, for example. Fallout 4, buggy game on every platform, bugs up the wazoo. No one reviewed Fallout 4 down. Fallout 4 was perfect. Fallout 4 was a beautiful game. Like, everyone always ignores Bethesda's bugs, but everything Bethesda makes is like buggy. But like, where'd you draw the line? Yeah, I don't know.
It gives Batman Arkham Knight a 9.2.
Great game, 10 out of 10. I loved it. Fallout 4 was.
But yeah, okay. So
That's
what
fair,
it does is, it says it's got a 9.2, but it has an editor's note at the top saying it has major performance issues.
See, that's what I mean. That's so inconsistent. Like, it's just like it's right there. Like, you even need to try, and you found it. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I literally just googled IGN Arkham Knight PC review.
Yeah. Long and short of it is, Kamal
Be
complaining about
consistent.
review scores being a thing again.
I mean,
I will continue to complain about review scores being a thing until review scores stop being a thing. Because you get a lot of people, like, I'm sure you guys, I think one of you at least is like, and Cam and lots of other people I know in my life are like, oh, I don't read reviews, I don't value like critical opinion or anything.
I've looked at reviews before, but I don't factor them into my own opinions. I might watch videos on the game, but I use that for my own opinion rather than just going based on someone else.
Yeah, which is fair, but I think a big part of like why
if you find someone that like has your own has the same sort of opinions as you, that would be good. Because obviously, if they think the same way as you, that's a better thing to go from. I wouldn't go based on a number-based score.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. I think number-based scoring is a big reason why people have a negative impression of reviewing and game criticism and film criticism and criticism in general is because they themselves encourage looking at these numbers and being arbitrary, and it doesn't let you see kind of the nuance in criticism itself. Like, everyone's different, yeah. But if you remove numbers from reviews, that problem goes away because you read it, you see what their problems are, and you mentally are able to be like, oh, that's not a problem for me though. Therefore, you know, like this game that's a 7 out of 10 to them, but the only problem that they had was it is a thing that doesn't bug me, is a 10 out of 10 for me. You know, like, you can automatically adjust that mentally if you read, but number reviews just don't encourage reading.
Arbitrary number makes you think, oh, that's bad because it's 3 out of 10, or oh, that's great because it's 8 out of 10.
Am I having fun? I mean, I burnt Anne's village down.
What are you? How much fun are you having out of 10? Come on.
Triggered.
Does lava equate fun?
That's my fun.
How much fun you're having?
Oh no, I accidentally saved the village that I burnt. Oops.
If we're done talking about reviews and stuff, and so you don't get mad, I'm going to talk about another thing.
Yeah.
I'll talk about another game studio. It's about BioWare. Yeah, it's that one. So, there's been some news in the last couple of days about Mass Effect. So, a lot of people have been wondering what's next for Mass Effect Andromeda, with it being a good game that had let's say a mixed reception and a bit of a iffy launch.
Yeah. Iffy launch.
So,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As of 2 days ago, BioWare's put Mass Effect on hiatus and turned BioWare Montreal, which was the studio that developed Andromeda, into a support studio.
Which, to be kind of fair, it originally was.
Yeah.
So they made them a non-support studio, and they were like, "This is your chance," and they were like, "You failed. Go back into your hole."
Not only did you fail, you failed hard.
So it looked like this was on the cards for a bit, because last month a bunch of the employees who did develop moved from BioWare Montreal to a different studio to start working on Battlefront 2.
Mm-hmm.
And the remaining people who remained at BioWare Montreal are the support workers who are going to support BioWare's other games. And it's going to work on more patches and support for Andromeda's multiplayer.
I love the idea. It's like, because you guys are so good at fixing something.
So there was a short statement got put out. I'll just read it out just so you've got it. The studio director for BioWare Montreal put out a statement that said, Our teams at BioWare and across EA put in tremendous effort bringing Mass Effect Andromeda to players around the world. Even as BioWare continues to focus on the Mass Effect Andromeda community and live service, we are constantly looking at how we're prepared for the next experiences we will create. The teams in EA Worldwide Studios are packed with talent, and more than ever, we are driving collaboration between studios on key projects. With our BioWare and Motive teams sharing studio space in Montreal, we have BioWare team members joining Motive projects that are underway, which is Battlefront 2, by the way. That's their project that's underway. We are also ramping up teams on other BioWare projects in development. There will be much more to come from BioWare in the years ahead.
So like, there's a lot of like good news in this that like I think lots of the news sites reporting on it are missing, and just like the fact that like, so the norm in the games industry when a studio doesn't do well, is pretty much, as stupid as this sounds, to shut the studio down and fire everyone. That is legitimately the standard.
Yeah, just burn it down and start again.
But they just moved these people on. Like, these people weren't laid off, you know? They were reallocated. They're still working in this company. They're still doing what they do. You know, they're still making games. That's nice, at least, you know? Like, your game wasn't a success.
It's a lot more of a focused approach to solving the problem rather than just carpet bombing the entire studio.
Yeah, it's just like,
just panics and throws like a Molotov cocktail through the window of the studio.
That's what I feel like usually happens. It's just like an executive's like, I don't know what to do! Fire them! Fire them all!
Fire everyone!
But yeah.
As United would say, they will re-accommodate us. But no, I think this is actually probably quite a good thing, because in the long run, it's probably going to be better that they work on how to fix Mass Effect Andromeda, and that's going to help them make a better whatever. Because obviously they're not going to table Mass Effect forever. It's too popular a series that they just destroy it, right? So what this is going to do is they're going to work for the next maybe year or so, patching Mass Effect Andromeda, working on extra fixes for things like this, and they're going to take their experiences and they're going to be able to go forward and make a better game. It might take longer for them to make it now. It might not come out for a bit longer, but again, in the long run, I feel like it's totally worth it.
Yeah, I think so too. As long as no
Look, you're our favourite Mass Effect fan. How do you feel about this?
I'm down.
Okay.
It's just...
Sorry, I
was just talking to Lawrence and my brain's in two places at once. Like, I feel like what happened with Andromeda can't happen to the next Dragon Age game.
Difference, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. No, it's really good.
I agree with whatever Luke was trying to say.
Yeah.
Moving on. No.
Yeah, so I feel like it's just want it to happen again. So it's good that it's going to be that they're going to look at the problems and they'll try and fix it, rather than just say churning out another game because they know they'll get it from the fans.
Yeah.
And rather than just saying, oh well, we made a iffy if sellable game. It was decent, but it didn't really work as we'd expected. But we still got loads of sales from it, so we could just do what we like and just do it again.
And this
is something you could. It's certainly something you could see a game studio doing.
And this is, to be like specific as well, this is like BioWare Montreal. It's not BioWare. Yeah. Like, BioWare is still BioWare, and it's still doing its thing. Probably working on another. Actually, I know they're working on a new IP. I have some pretty solid rumors that they're working on a new IP. So you will see a BioWare game at E3 this year. It just won't be Mass Effect or Dragon Age, and it won't be by their second team. It will be by their main team.
Is the one you're hearing rumors about the one that's called possibly codename Dylan?
Such a stupid codename. Yes.
I know, right? Yeah, I've heard whispers about Mr. Dylan.
I'm looking forward to a new BioWare IP because, like, I feel like with Dragon Age you've kind of gotten the most out of that universe.
Yeah.
Right now.
I don't like Dragon Age, so
even what's it called? Inquisition kind of did feel like final hurrah for that thing.
Yeah. Like, I wouldn't be mad about another fantasy setting.
Yeah.
But like just not in the Dragon Age universe.
It's like a better fantasy setting with better combat.
That's fair.
I don't know, I just don't like Dragon Age combat. It was very, very annoying.
Wait, which you played
Which
Inquisition?
Dragon Age? Every single Dragon Age just had unique combat. Every single
Yeah.
one.
Inquisition's combat was terrible. I hated it.
Wait, but did you like the
Did you try the
RPG style?
the strategic one?
Yeah, I didn't like that either. It was better than the other one, but I didn't like that either.
That's fair. My problem with Inquisition's combat wasn't so much the combat system. It was the kind of what's the word for it? Like variance in the combat that you could perform. I would have loved if I could learn more skills and do more,
it was very rigid.
unique things. Yeah, it felt like by halfway through that game, because those games are long, it felt like I was just I had spammed the same button like a billion times at that point.
Yeah, I gave it a good solid at least 12 hours of my time, and it was just like no, it just didn't seem to change much in that time.
Jeez.
But yeah, if I were going to still move forwards, they've got some new stuff coming out. It's probably going to be cool. We'll probably see it at E3, or at least some iteration of a teaser or something at E3. That should be fun. Yeah, and then Mass Effect will probably rise its head at some point again. Oh, speaking of other games rising their head, one of my favourite guilty pleasure games sent out an thing a couple of days. Was it yesterday? Possibly yesterday. At some point this week. So the developers of Dynasty Warriors sent some the words. They have confirmed there's going to be a Dynasty Warriors 9, which is going to be an open world game.
Oh.
Yeah, right. Pretty surprising. Interesting, I know.
That's strange.
They said it's still going to be basically the same sort of Dynasty Warriors game as all the other ones. Enormous hordes of enemies that were absurdly large battles, and you can just annihilate things by yourself.
But that's the hard part in an open world.
Yeah, I know. That's why it's very interesting and ambitious. It said it's going to have more individual stuff in as well. You can do stealth mode things if you want, so you can infiltrate castles and stuff, which I feel like is totally beside the point of a Dynasty Warriors game.
Yeah.
That's just strange.
But this is literally just an announcement in an issue of a Japanese magazine. Yeah. So there's not really much information other than what I've just said.
Let's talk about the more important thing happening in Dynasty Warriors.
Yes.
Fire Emblem Warriors! Fire Emblem Warriors! Yes! It's gonna be so good! I'm gonna get my waifus in HD, 3D. I'm gonna get to kill Fire Emblem enemies en masse. And Fire Emblem is a strategy game, and the irony is beautiful.
I'm gonna have to buy a Switch.
Fire Emblem Warriors! Oh,
I did say as soon as the Fire Emblem game came out on the Switch, I'd have to buy it, didn't I?
Yeah. I'm so glad it's not like a Wii U game. I'm so glad the Switch is more powerful.
You can't just play the Switch as a handheld, right?
Yeah, I mean that's 90%.
You don't have to plug it into a TV or anything at any point.
No. That's 90% of the way I play.
If I bought a Switch, I'd totally just use it as a handheld. I would never plug it into anything.
Yeah. I have a friend who legitimately just uses the Switch as a home console. I have a friend who legitimately just uses the Switch as a handheld. It's kind of beautiful in its flexibility. It is just what you want it to be.
Like you said, I like the fact that it's so inimical to them Fire Emblem. Yeah. It's now going to be a Dynasty Warriors game. It's all the other Fire Emblem games, plan your moves carefully because you can die, and if you die, you're not coming back. And I was just you can just charge in and just kill everyone.
You just be a boss.
You just be a psychopath lunatic.
Easy.
Guys.
Yeah.
I'm being. I guess the only way is gestured right now.
Okay.
I will explain to him what I'm doing and be right back. But I can't help him wherever he wants.
Okay.
Yabby.
Okay, cool.
Sorry about this.
Alright, no problem.
But yeah, Fire Emblem's going to be pretty awesome. I'd probably prefer that over Dynasty Warriors at this point because I've got more invested in Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
As much as it is it is a guilty pleasure game for Dynasty Warriors, but this one's I don't know. I've got much more. I enjoy Fire Emblem a lot more than Dynasty Warriors.
Yeah.
And it's going to be
a thing like Hyrule Warriors, they really know how to take a franchise that is nothing like Dynasty Warriors and make an entertaining
I've played Hyrule Warriors. That was the Wii U one, right?
Yeah.
My brother had that on the Wii U, and it was decent. It was fine.
Yeah, But like it was more, even more than that. Like I feel like for Zelda fans, like Hyrule Warriors was like a homage to Zelda very well. So I feel like Dynasty, Fire Emblem Warriors, for Final Fantasy for Fire Emblem fans will be that too. So like it will be unique to Dynasty Warriors in a way that appeals to Fire Emblem fans. Like
it'll just like a new way to bring in like a different set of fans into a familiar setting.
Yeah,
which is awesome.
It'll be fun. Especially
if I'm assuming they bring in all like the old characters and stuff. It's gonna be like I guess it'll be kind of like the mobile game Heroes, where it's got like all
I can see that.
all the different heroes from different generations, and just mash them all together.
Yeah,
which is badass. So if I could bring my waifu team from Fire Emblem Heroes, that would be amazing.
10 out of 10. Oh my god, they should totally do like a connectability thing between.
Pretty amazing team for. Well, load faster, you bastard! Load. There you go.
I met my new son's HOTS friend. Make sure I want to meet my new. Oh yeah, Nia's made like some random online friend again, and apparently they are enjoying HOTS a lot together. Which is
interesting.
Good for Nia. I wanted to play HOTS for Nia. This guy has replaced me.
Oh, rip. We're not necessary in Nia's life anymore. Feels bad.
This is how you steal Nia away from us. You just play games with
Yeah. Look, I'm waiting for Tekken to come out. I'll be Nia's new best friend.
Oh, yeah, that's true. We'll steal him back soon.
Yeah, just wait until 2nd of June, then I'll have him back.
Yeah,
so, since Luke's not here, we'll talk about my last bit of news, because Luke does not have anything to contribute for that. So,
like usual. Anyway,
I've watched the second episode of American Gods.
Me too!
Yeah. I thought it was amazing. You have differing opinions?
I thought it was a thing. I don't like American Gods. I just don't like it either. Like, like not.
I feel like
they haven't given me anything to like it because I have no clue what's happening.
Yeah, I watched a few. I watched a review video, and it makes a lot of good points out with the fact of if you haven't read the books, and you don't know, it's very confusing.
Yeah,
I feel like that's kind of what they're trying to do. I guess they're trying to put you into the shoes of Shadow, who's has no idea what's going on.
Yeah,
but I think you said that you felt that it was confused, that you just accept it so easily, which kind of takes away from that a bit.
Yeah, just like I don't. So I'm of kind of two minds with that because like I have watched a million things where like the scenario is pretty obvious and the main character like welcome to anime refuses to just like get on with it, and that can be irritating.
Yeah, this is kind of the reverse of that.
So this is the reverse of it in the sense that like the main character is just like, okay, I'm just gonna get on with it, which is cool of him, but I have no clue what's happening. So so like. Kind of there's a disconnect between me and him, like me and the main character in the show, because like I'm like I need to find out more, I need to know more, and at current point in time he's just like meh.
Let's just go with this basically. In fairness to Stars and Amazon Prime, that is pretty much what is happening. That happens in the book. He just sort of goes with it.
Yeah. I don't think it's a like that's the other thing I was trying to say in chat is like I don't think it's necessarily like. I think the difference was a book than this show, and the difference was a book, and the difference was a Netflix series than this show. Is basically like the pacing.
You can keep going.
Right?
You can read to get your own, to find out to fix your own confusion rather than having to wait for a week.
Yeah. So if you're like me and you're like frick, what the is happening? You can just keep reading the book. And if this was launched,
I'll keep watching the Netflix if it came out as a whole series.
Which, like, Netflix gets away with a lot. Like, Netflix shows get away with a lot of pacing issues because they let you binge. And I feel like this show is designed for that format, like, of being binged, but is being released as a weekly. And it's killing me that it's being released as a weekly. Just release it all at once.
It's got the point with because of all the Netflix stuff. I hate weekly things now.
Yeah, that's also a good point.
I need to watch things at my own pace. If I would watch something that's like, I watch stuff and it's like come out ages ago and it did come out as a serial, like a weekly show. Yeah. I watch like 4 or 5 episodes at a time because I need to know what happened next.
Yeah. And
you have to find the right place to leave it off.
Yeah.
So I feel like Netflix has ruined everyone's brains now.
It's so true.
Other things I really liked about this. I really liked the music in this episode.
Yeah.
I don't know. I felt it was very atmospheric. I felt a lot of it was, I guess, not a huge amount of stuff happened in the episode, but it had like two very pivotal, very what's the evocative scenes, I guess.
Yeah.
Like the bit at the very start with Anansi.
Yeah.
Where they're on the slave ship. That was very.
Yeah, that was oh, dude, I completely forgot about that. That was really cool. I like that.
That was the best.
That was my favorite moment in that episode.
That was definitely the best scene in the show. It set it up really well.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed the scene with.
Sorry about that, guys.
So it's fine.
No problem.
I really enjoyed the scene with Chernobog but I can't get that if you don't know any background on that, that would just make no sense.
Like, listen, I get it. I would love to hammer a cow in the head to death too.
Talk about American Gods.
Yes.
I understand the appeal to that. I don't understand why ham leaks blood sometimes. I don't get that. That's weird. Can someone answer that question for me, please?
Do you want me to answer that question?
No, don't do. No, I wanna. So look, I'm gonna watch episode 3, and then I will come to you.
Okay.
But also, I think regardless of if I decide to drop it or not at episode 3, when it's all out, I'm going to come back to it. And I think what might be best for me personally and my issues with the show is to wait for it to all launch and then just watch it at the end.
So you don't have to deal with all your unanswered questions and the what ifs. I mean, that makes total sense. Yeah. Personally,
that's like. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say that's like the two forms of TV. Like a lot of people.
Yeah, we were talking about how like Netflix has ruined our brains. Like we need to see everything at our own pace rather than having to see things. Once at a time a week.
Like I've been rewatching Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
And I just remember when the show was first coming out, how hard it was for me to watch it because like that show takes ages to kind of have things like tie in and relate or whatever, have questions answered.
I will say. Sorry. Yeah. No, I was just gonna say, like, I will say, like, generally, like, Netflix and the whole, like, people want answers and the, like, I that is a general thing, but, like, I think American Gods is specifically worse at what they're trying to do, because basically, like, you wanna create an environment where you are making, like, the viewer intrigued and have a desire to, like, learn more about the universe, which American Gods has succeeded at, 100%. But you also, the second half to that, like, carrot-stick system, is that you need to sometimes give the viewer a carrot. Like, you need to sometimes give me, like, a little nugget of information to think about and, like, process. And, like, it's been 2 hours. Like, it's only 2 episodes, but it's 2 hour-long episodes. I have no clue. I have 0 clues. Like, not even a little bit of a clue. The biggest clue I have is the name of this effing show. Like, that's the biggest clue I have right now.
It was quite like that in the books as well.
But it's a book. But it's a book. You just keep reading the book.
I get that. I'm not making it as a kind of like excuse for the show. I'm just saying, like,
I wish I could take you guys back and give you the book a chapter every week and see how you guys felt.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I totally think it should come out like as the entire series in one go. That would make so much more sense.
Yeah.
Even with that, Netflix bias aside, the fact that everyone wants to watch everything at the same time, just as a series by itself, it should have been released as a whole. 10 episode series or whatever.
When it comes to questions of plot, there are 2 types of TV shows that like you can only really do. There's the one where like the entire series is the question, and then like there's the one where multiple things are happening, but multiple answers are also happening at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, and if you don't do any of those 2, you're just gonna lose your viewers. Like, that's how you do a fucking Lost. And, like, the only reason I finished Lost was because I started Lost. And I hate that. Fuck you, Smoke Monster. Fuck you, man who has lived on the island for thousands of years because apparently the island has all the evil in the world or something. Fuck you, creating that show.
Lost got really weird,
Oh, the polar bear was the easiest thing that was explained.
I don't even know anything about Lost. That's the only thing. That's literally the one thing I know about Lost.
The polar bear thing was like they brought polar bears to the island for experimentation. That's why there's a polar bear there, and it's just like,
oh, okay,
fair enough. That's a boring answer, but fair enough.
It's much more answerable than all the other nonsense that I hear goes on in Lost.
Lost, when writers get a bit too trigger happy, was their breakfasts.
But anyway, yeah, that was all my news.
American Gods. Go
Go
watch
watch
that.
some more TV,
It's like
and then all game stuff.
the actors. I will say some positive things about my experience. The acting is good. The cinematography is very good. You know, all of that is top. I like episode 3 has set itself up to be in a position where I must get something. Like, there's no way that episode ends without me getting something.
It looks like based on what's happened in the 2 episodes now, I feel like there's gonna be some sort of revelation in episode 3.
But we shall see.
Yeah, I was just the one last thing about before we move on to your news. Like you said, the casting's amazing. I saw an article a few days ago about the Ian McShane plays Mr. Wednesday right now, and he's absolutely exactly what I envisioned when I was reading the book.
Yeah.
I saw an article that said that Nicolas Cage was almost cast as Mr. Wednesday.
God.
And I've been like, no, I'm out.
I could imagine how Nicolas Cage would do that as well. In fact, God, they didn't do that.
Yeah, if they'd done that, I would have just been, you know what, nope, done. This is dead to me. I don't even want to watch.
No, and the guy who's playing him right now is great.
Yeah,
the character
even
feels,
Ricky Whittle, who plays Shadow, that's exactly how I would imagine him in my head as well.
Yeah.
And Peter Stormare can play whoever he likes, and it's amazing. So.
Who plays? Because I assume they did Irish McGee.
I saw him.
What's his? Hold on, I'll Google that for you.
How was he?
He was
I thought it was pretty good. Yeah, it was pretty much how I envisioned him as well.
Because like from what I read in the book, that has a hard character to play.
Obviously, the other bits that you're thinking of hasn't appeared yet.
No. But
from the first bit with the
he
bar fight
hasn't
stuff
had a little he hasn't had very much screen time, to be honest.
Yeah. Pablo Schreiber is playing him right now, but yeah, I feel like he could probably pull it off. He's got a very he seems to have the right temperament. But put it that way, without spoilers of what's going to happen.
It needs charm.
Yeah, he's got it. Yeah, he's definitely got both sides of the personality.
The other, I still prefer the Irish vampire guy in Preacher right now. Like on my list of like psycho drunk Irishmen that like to fight and are somewhat charming. The Preacher vampire is still higher for me, but we shall see who will win the Irishman fight.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, Begorra.
This is all Irish people are, by the way. It's just drunk fighters.
Drunk fighters who murder people. Yeah, absolutely.
It's like Father Jack.
Yeah.
I feel like he'd be a fighter in his younger days.
Courage, drink.
So, come on, do you want to?
Yeah. All right. So I've only so there's a game called Vanquish. Do either of you know Vanquish? Vanquish is an old game.
I know of Vanquish. My brother played it on Xbox 360.
Yes, Vanquish is a 360 game. So Vanquish was a game that came out on the 360 back when I was in Saudi and I had no money, so I downloaded its demo and I played its demo like 10 times in a row. I loved it. It's the equivalent of, so you know how hack and slashes are like a beautiful glorification of sword fighting that makes no sense?
Yeah.
Vanquish is that to guns. And it just takes like FPS and third person shooters and all of that like to a level of insanity that is like so beautiful and stupid. And I always loved Vanquish, but I never got to finish it or play it or own it, you know? And it was one of those things that just ended up slipping below my radar, and new games came out and life happened and 10 years passed and we are here now, and Vanquish is coming out on PC, fully remastered, 4K support, unlocked frame rates. Oh, it's time, baby. I'm pretty excited. Unlocked frame rates, unlocked resolution, unlocked adrenaline, as the trailer says, which is cheesy as fudge, but I'm so down. Yeah.
I have a favour to ask.
Right.
After you finish the uni, would you be willing to stream this beautifulness just so I can see it?
I don't know. I will not promise. I will not make any promises. But I
just
definitely
like an hour or so.
Yeah, I could probably do that. I definitely was thinking about it. But yeah, I'm hyped. It's a small piece of news, but for anyone who is interested, like Nia, yeah.
Yeah, Neil looks like he's popping a boner over this as well.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be hell fun. It took them long enough. The game came out in 2010.
So it's been a solid 7 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard nothing but good things about it. So
yeah,
my brother played it and he enjoyed it.
Yeah,
he said he was. I think he told me he was surpurped no one had talked about it when it actually came out.
Yeah, it was one of those
definitely
games
slipped
that
under the radar.
Just
did it come out
publicity
on next to a much better game
or
a more popular game?
2007, I was not this interested in video games. I did not pay enough attention to that. But I will say another thing, just kind of about the PC port, is they're saying all of the right things. Like the way they're talking about it, it sounds like this PC port's going to be really solid. They're telling us exactly what settings they're adding. They're talking about 4K support. They're talking about unlocked frame rates. Like, this is what you need when you make a port to PC. Like, you need to understand the market. So I'm hopeful that this will be a really good port as well. I mean, but let's be real. It's a 360 game. There is no reason it should run badly. But, they've done that before. They've managed. Companies have managed to do that.
I mean, yeah, that's entirely possible.
So in other news, Assassin's Creed is coming back. Assassin's Creed, our old friend, our old nemesis, that lover that we love to hate, It's been a while, buddy. What was the last Assassin's Creed? Syndicate?
Yeah. Yes.
Syndicate, damn. When was that? 2015?
15, 16, I think.
Let's find out. 2000 and... Wait, nope. Not you. Freaking 2015. Yeah, so 2015. So it's been... Yeah, they said they'd take 2 years break, and it's going to be 2 years. So there's been an image that's been leaked around Imgur of a man on a boat rowing towards an island. It's very blurry. It's very hard to pick up details, but it has been confirmed from multiple sources that this is an image of the new Assassin's Creed game. What we know from a rumor that came out in Kotaku a long time ago was that this was going to be an Assassin's Creed game set in Egypt, and this screenshot pretty much confirms that, because if you read up in the corner, you can see the mission, like what he's meant to be doing, and it says follow Shaidia to Kenut's villa, and Kenut was a queen of Egypt and the wife of a king in that time from the 5th Dynasty. So all that stuff kind of lines up with the idea that it is going to be a game set in Egypt. It's called Assassin's Creed Origins, so I'm thinking it's going to be going even further back. It's going to probably be a prequel to Altair, way further back in the past than that.
So before Assassins?
Before Assassins.
But the Assassins. I mean, that's what I think. Yeah.
Before Assassins proper. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably the build up to that.
We've never gone this far back before in the series. Yeah.
Based on actual history, cool. I think that they expanded from Egypt up into the Middle East. So I guess it's like I said, it makes more sense if it's
the origins of the order.
Yeah, basically.
And for all of those people who just can't let go of how much they love Black Flag, boats are in this game. That's a
because everyone knows assassins are at their best when they're also pirates.
Look, man, boat combat in Black Flag.
Oh my god. The main character seems to be holding a bow and arrow, and he seems to have a shield on his back, so that's something. Shield combat?
Maybe.
Never.
Oh, what if he doesn't have the hidden blade?
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
Entirely possible.
That would be game changing. I'm excited. I'm hoping they do new stuff. I'm hoping it wasn't just let's take a break so people aren't burnt out and then do the same thing again.
Wait, wasn't one of the things that people are speculating or like kind of know, like there's 2 playable characters?
I haven't read that anyway.
I don't know.
I feel that's somewhere. But
I'm not really interested in Assassin's Creed, so I haven't really looked up on this.
I pretty much only shout out rumors from like 3 peeps that I know because I trust them. But yeah, I haven't heard anything about that. But you know, I don't know. Like that Syndicate did that. I don't know if it wasn't bad. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know that it added much to the game either.
I did not enjoy the kind of double thing. I enjoyed having the 2 characters.
Yeah.
But like having the kind of switching between the 2. Like,
talk about
like
how
the only
bad
thing
that boss fight was.
Oh, boss fight
Final
was
boss
terrible.
fight.
Like you run through a thing and then punch a guy and he kicks your ass, and then like the other one.
The other one runs. Oh my god, it's switching. Oh, so cool. It's like no, screw yourself, Ubisoft.
The only game where I've done like proper, I felt it's done really good character switching is GTA 5.
Yeah.
Where,
next
like,
level. GTA 5 was amazing.
Like the amount that you could switch in between missions, and like just do things on the fly, I thought was amazing.
Yeah. That's actually a really good point, because whenever I switched in GTA 5, not just in missions, but even like outside, I felt like these characters were alive and they were doing things.
Yeah, well, it always,
right?
whenever you switched, it always came out with them doing something in particular, didn't it?
Even though, like, in Assassin's Creed, it never felt like that to me.
Yeah, well, they were just like sitting in a room waiting for you to take control.
Like, even
you
like,
literally change on the spot.
Yeah. It just, like, so they never felt like living other beings, even though, like, their writing wasn't terrible. Their writing was alright. They had their own personalities, you know, but, like...
It just didn't go as deep as you would like, I guess.
Yeah, it was a half measure. Like Ubisoft usually does with Assassin's Creed games nowadays. Just freaking half-assed, you know?
Wow, the Ubisoft half-assing things and using the same stuff to do different games? Never heard about that.
But let's do Egypt, yo. Egypt time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just really like...
They're in a good
really
place to make a good game, yeah.
The only issue I would possibly have with this is that them... like breaking their own law by going this far back.
Yeah,
like,
they'll retcon their own
what
canon.
law? Everything's just a video game if we keep going forward. Video games.
Yeah, you can't really go much further. You can't really go much further forward, can you?
I hate it. I hate the current look for Assassin's Creed. Yeah. It hurts me as a previous fan of this game. I have a collector's edition over there. I love this game.
I have an Edward Kenway statue. Wait, I'm gonna go grab it.
Personally, I don't really like Assassin's Creed games, so I have no real strong opinions over this at all.
I don't like Assassin's Creed games either anymore.
I believe I played the second one.
You didn't like the second Assassin's
Brotherhood.
Creed game?
What?
You didn't like the second Assassin's Creed game?
It was alright. No, I'm not saying it was bad. I just didn't. It was fine.
That's fair. Hey, Remy. How you
What's
doing? Lucas showed me lots of trinkets.
Yeah,
the second one was good. Third one was worse. And
nice
Black Flag
figure.
was. I did not like Black Flag.
Yeah, neither did I.
And I only played it because it was the free game that came out.
Everyone raves about Black Flag. Not into it.
Yeah, everyone raves about Black Flag and how it's great that they're on boats and they're pirates. But it's actually a very poor choice. It doesn't work. I'm glad I didn't say all this while Luke's headphones are off so I don't get annoyed, so he doesn't get annoyed.
Yeah.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed, not about that life.
New Assassin's Creed game. Yeah.
If it's good, yeah. If it's bad, probably won't play it either way, to be honest.
Yeah.
What else? What else we got? Come on.
Yeah. So basically, there's been a lot of stuff happening in the Overwatch esports scene in the past week. A lot of weird stuff.
Yeah, a lot of very overpriced stuff from what I'm reading.
So, at the beginning of the week, there was a rumor that a very rich man who owns an American sports team called the New England Patriots decided to buy a spot in the upcoming Overwatch League. The Overwatch League, for people who don't remember, is Overwatch's attempt to create somewhat similar thing to like the Premiership League in football, but on an esports level. Like it's meant to be regulated.
It's based on cities rather than anything else, right?
Yeah, so like a city-based system is meant to have like overarching regulations, really like strict systems for like moving upwards and hiring players and player treatment. Like, it wanted to be a fully encompassing thing that they wanted to use to push esports kind of forwards to like that same level that sports is at right now.
It's not going to be like this Smite one where it's like all the teams are totally interchangeable and you could like have a team that ends up with an entirely different lineup the next season in
That's
a totally
what they
different
wanted,
place.
basically. Yeah, which is important because like a good part of
sense.
like sports to sports fans is being like able to relate to your team and to the players on that team and like develop stories and bonds to those players in that team. And when your team is like the most volatile thing ever and it changes every day, like it's not very easy, you know. So it's not a bad idea. Side effect of this approach, though, is something like what is rumored to have happened it last week could happen. And apparently, a man that owns the New England Patriots bought a spot in the Overwatch League for $20 million.
Holy shit!
Which is real sports money, but not esports money.
Yeah, as I say, that's just out of context. 2 years ago, the buy-in for to get into the MLS, the American Soccer League, was $25 million.
And for more context, the highest esports prize money ever was League of Legends Championship Series, $1.8 million.
Yeah, a bit more.
So that was a rumor. Let's just put that rumor aside for a second and talk about some stuff that did happen, and then be conspiratorial, right? So throughout the week, 5 major esports organizations have dropped their Overwatch teams. We're not talking no names. We're talking big people in the space. Teams like Team Solo Mid. I'm sure you guys have all heard of Team Solo Mid. Other like big players like Complexity, which is like more of an Overwatch specific esports group. But you know how esports works. There are groups that form teams for each game under that overarching brand, like Solo Mid, like Navi, like Cloud9, right? Hey Cam. So
Okay.
5 of these fairly big players, like not just small Overwatch teams, have dropped their Overwatch teams. Like they've dropped that section of their company. Not all of them stating why. One of the companies came out, Team Solo Mid came out, and they were like, "We're gonna leave. Like we're gonna give the players the house for 2 months, so like that they can like rework their lives because they've just basically been fired." And they're esports players, so they're probably focusing most of their time on being esports players, which means they're probably jobless right now. And so it's just been weird. So people have been connecting that and a statement by Team Solo Mid, which was basically like, Overwatch is no longer financially viable for us. To thinking that basically Blizzard is selling these spots in the Overwatch League for prices that are way outside of their budget. E.g., $20 million. And there's been
it looks like they've, especially for like the first season, it looks like they've definitely set it way too high.
So
which is mad.
It's so Blizzard like recent after I added this to the article, Blizzard has said there's been misinformation and that they'd like to dispel rumors like on what is happening with the ecosystem that they're trying to build, and it's like, I don't know, it was weird because they didn't come out and say that didn't happen. They were like, no, like anyone who knows Blizzard understands how deeply we care about the community around our gamers. The league is built upon the best elements of esport programs and traditional sports, and we are in active discussion with many teams and owners from both worlds because it will take a village to stand up. It will take a village to stand up a league with such an unprecedented structure. I don't know what that means, but that is what they wrote.
It sounds like nice words, though, right?
Those conversations have been going well, and there's a lot of excitement around our ambitious plans. So basically, what Blizzard is trying to say is that it seems like they're saying basically this did happen, but like this isn't the price we're charging everyone. Like we're working with both sides of the spectrum. We're working with like the biggest, richest mofos in sports and the regular teams in like esports to try and come to like a middle ground for how this league's going to start.
Yeah.
Like Siegel said, there aren't enough tournaments and money-making opportunities for people to actually focus on Overwatch. That's a good point that he was making. Like, there's other reasons that...
it makes it sound like what's happening is Blizzard are putting the cart before the horse.
Yeah.
So they've got, like, they didn't see the potential it can have,
Mm-hmm.
and they're basing all their things based on the potential it could reach.
Yeah.
Rather than sort of, like, building it from the ground up like you would have to do with the less established game. Or a less established studio, kind of like what Hi-Res did with Smite, because obviously they were less well-known.
I
It takes
don't
a
know.
village.
It takes a village to build... What the frick is that? It's not a saying! Because someone called that guy and be like, this isn't a saying! It takes a village, it's not a saying! But anyway, it's difficult because I see what Blizzard's trying to do, and I think realistically, we can either, like, esports companies can either stay in the circle that they're in, which, I mean, maybe you're happy with it, fair enough, or you can try and get bigger. And, like, I feel like the only way to try and get bigger is to take approaches similar to what Blizzard's doing right now. So it's tough because that's gonna take time, and that's gonna result in less tournaments and less current day money making opportunities. But the end goal is that the money that you can make is higher than anything else on offer, and that like players will have consistent salaries and consistent jobs, you know, in teams, and like treatment will improve in esports. Like that end goal isn't a bad one. It's just like, can you get there? And also, it's important for them to make sure they keep the right people on their sides. It's easy for a guy who owns real sports teams and is a billionaire to give you $20 million. That doesn't mean he cares about what you're doing. You know what I mean? That's just dirt to him. He's just like, this could potentially be a big thing. I want to get in on the ground floor. I don't really care about this thing. But teams that have been in esports since the beginning of time, like Solo Mid, those guys give a damn about this stuff, and they know what they're talking about. They can help you develop this in a way that's actually good for esports. So, like, I just think Blizzard needs to be careful. Like, I think they're trying to do a good thing, but I think they need to be careful about execution. Execution is really dangerous, and it's important that they don't put the cart before the horse, as Andy said.
An actual saying, rather than what Blizzard's on about.
It takes a village to build.
It takes a village as a saying.
No, it's not.
Is shaded many a time.
No, it's dumb. It's dumb. It's a bad saying, even if it is.
I don't. Why are you making me defend this? I don't want to have.
Well, don't say this. Don't.
It's a stupid thing to have said in the first place.
Where is the quote? I need to see this quote again. It made like literally no sense in the sentence, even if it is a saying. Quote. Yeah, it says it will take a village to stand up a league. That's not even English. That's not even grammatically correct.
That's barely even words, to be honest.
It will take a village to stand up a league. Done. I quit Blizzard. So that was one of my pieces of news. I know that's it. That's it. I'm done.
One of Blizzard news.
That was my last piece of news. It takes a village.
Yes. What does it take a village to do? Don't know.
It takes a village.
But it takes a village there.
Okay, this podcast has to be titled "It Takes a Village."
It takes a village to hold up this podcast.
You guys have cemented that.
Now,
to my one and only link.
Second week in a row. I'm gonna keep count.
Not that you're calling me out or anything.
Second week in a row.
Let's watch the new Blade Runner trailer.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, hit it. I hate how trailers start was like a trailer of the trailer nowadays. Anyway.
It's dumb. It's like we need to freaking maximize that teaser profit.
Every civilization was built off the back of a disposable workforce. But I can only make so many. Happy birthday.
There is an order to things.
Receive man.
That's what we do here. We keep order. The world is built on a wall that separates kind. Tell either side there's no wall, you bought a war.
Assholes.
You're a cop. I did your job once. I was good at it. I know.
Cheers.
What do you want? I want to ask you some questions. The key to the future is finally unearthed. Bring it to me. They know you're here.
I always told you, you're special. Your story isn't over yet. There's still a page left.
There's still a page left. Just got ripped out of the book, yo. Go find it. Quest for page, Blade Runner. Okay, so I'm gonna put my hand up at the beginning of this and be like, I've never seen a Blade Runner movie. I don't know what Blade Runner really is. It looked like American Ghost in the Shell to me.
Well, I've never seen Ghost in the Shell, but I haven't seen Blade Runner for bloody ages, so I can't remember.
I want to show
huge amount of
you
plot.
the Ghost in the Shell trailer, and then I want you to be like, "Oh, it looks like Japanese Blade Runner." Just like high five.
No.
Cam wrecked me during that trailer. I was just reading Cam's reaction.
Cam is just desperately trying to rebuild his reputation right now.
Anyway. So yeah, I'm guessing what's he called? Han Solo is someone from the old Blade Runner movies.
He is. He
Han
was
Solo
the
was
original
the-
cop.
Yeah.
And
So basically, give you a rundown, Blade Runner.
yeah.
Blade Runner is dystopian society where people are making replicants, which are basically like engineered life forms to do work that's like dangerous,
Sweet.
in off-world colonies. But like they seem to like some replicants seem to have become self-aware.
Oh,
and, like,
that's not fun.
They're on the run, and like in the original film, it was Harrison Ford's job to track down one of them.
Uh-huh.
But like, there's also this kind of this question in the film: should he be allowed to do this? And like, there's a few moments where he catches himself being like, "Is this wrong? Is this okay?"
Mm-hmm.
And like, this one seems to be continuing that. I don't know what the plot is, but just like visually, it looks excellent.
Yeah, it's a pretty film. It also starts
Like,
with the Atari logo. Free Atari advertising. Look at that. I don't know if anyone noticed this. I only noticed it because I was paused waiting for Luke to say play. Atari. Free Atari advertising. Win. But yeah, it's very. It's a very pretty
I
film.
did not notice that.
Yeah, right.
But
This is what our world's going to look like in 32 years. Movies are 100% accurate.
I just mean visually, there's a lot of ties to the original film, and I feel like it's one of the few films that I find nowadays that when it's being a sequel of like a 90s or 80s film that actually looks quite similar to a 90s or 80s film.
Also, it's a proper sequel to a 90s like film. Like, instead of just taking it and being like, Blade Runner again! Yeah! Let's do it
same thing,
again!
but more.
Like, I've got my.
Do this. This looks like it. Like, I hope it.
great.
I hope it works well because, like, I like the idea more of like, oh, we want to show a new generation this old thing. Like, instead of just crapping on the old thing to the last generation, bring them together. Like, give the new generation a new story. Give the old generation a continuation. Win-win.
There's I got a few theories about what could be happening during this movie, but like I think another thing about it that I'm kind of glad that they brought Harrison Ford back.
Yeah, he's gonna die soon, so it's good that we used him before that happens.
I mean, I guess he must be old. How old is Harrison Ford right now? It's like, I'm gonna Google that.
I don't think he is. Yeah, actually, he looks pretty old to be honest. I don't think he's that old.
Harrison Ford was 74.
Oh wow, he's not doing bad for 74.
Oh, he looks good for a 74-year-old.
Yeah.
Keep it up, Harrison.
But
he does run like a 74-year-old. Oh god, he looks like when he's running in that scene. He looks like my back is about to fail me. Which I mean, at 74, like I'd be lucky to be moving at 74.
Oh, that's probably a fair probably fair if it's 74 and you run around. You've got a bad back now.
Did you ever hear the story about Harrison Ford's plane crash?
Yes, I remember that.
No,
just walked away from a plane crash like it was nothing. Like somebody comes up to him, asks if he's okay. He was like, "Yeah, I just crashed my plane."
It happens. I crash my plane a lot. I'm a really bad driver.
I'm not even a trained pilot, guys. Someone's gonna stop me doing this.
I got in it pretty much expecting that to happen. There you go.
And I did have one other thing I wanted to talk about this weekend. It was about superhero movies and a kind of trend that I've been noticing recently in superhero movies, in recent ones.
Okay.
And like I kind of realized after watching Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Uh-oh.
And this won't be a spoiler for Guardians of the Galaxy 2 because like it also ties to the original first Guardians movie. So like it's not a scenario that like, you know, is only in the second one. But
Okay.
I'm sick of superhero movies.
Same.
No. using mothers as a plot device.
Oh, cut that! We'd be like, I'm sick of superhero movies, and I'd be like, saying it, and then end it, and just like share it whenever Luke's talking about superhero movies. Luke, but you said. Anyway.
I'm done with superheroes and their mummy issues.
How else would you know they're superheroes then?
I think Luke's biggest problem with superheroes and his mummy issues is that he relates with them. Luke,
No, it's
talk
poor
about
writing. Poor, like they just keep using mum.
Who?
Batman vs Superman.
Okay.
We all know about the mum thing
listen.
in that.
Yes.
And then freaking Captain America's Civil War, which I assume we can talk about spoilers now. Like the whole main reason for the final fight at the end is just like he killed my mom.
Well, I mean, and his dad.
Yeah, but like he didn't care about he didn't say anything about his dad. It was just
I think it was the unit. I think the unit was the issue.
Like the line that Tony
I think
Stark said when Captain America's like, "Stop, Tony, think about it."
but
He's
like,
he killed my mom.
Yeah, but that's just like that's like a real human thing though, right?
I know.
Like
I know.
the attachment that a child has to their mother. Unfortunately, to all us here who may potentially be dads, it's always going to be stronger. We're never going to be as loved, guys. We're never going to be as loved.
No, I'm not disagreeing with how that was written.
Yeah.
Like I see what you're saying, but I'm not disagreeing with how it was written.
But you're
I'm just saying
disagreeing with like the choice of the premise. Like the premise itself is kind of lazy.
The mum plot device keeps popping up in superhero movies.
Well,
and if it
eventually,
happens-
to be fair, eventually all of their mums will be dead. And then you can't do it, people! It's like if you kill them all.
Look, it's just something that really bugged me when I thought about it. I was just like, why does this keep popping up?
Yeah.
All the writers are all at the same age, and their mums are all dying at the same time.
Oh no! Stop! No, I'm sad. Don't die. I don't think about mums dying. Mums are such good people. This is why they do it, though, because it's an easy oh, you killed your mother. Oh my god, I'm so on your side. Beat the crap out of him.
Yes, it's just like if it happens in another superhero movie,
Luke's gonna get up and walk away.
Maybe done.
Yeah. You know, I mean, to be fair though, let's be real. Civil War's plot was bad. Like, Civil War was a good film. I enjoyed it, but it was fan service. It was Marvel fan service. The movie.
Yeah.
It was like there's like shit. We said we were going to make another Captain America. Let's just take the Avengers Civil War and then put that in Captain America.
And then Batman vs Superman is undisputedly just a trash film.
Terrible. Only.
So no one is
the
praising the mother issue plots.
Yeah. It's just I get it from a story perspective, and I get why they did it and why they wrote it in.
Yeah.
My thing is just how frequently it's coming up, and it's just like, it's like this hasn't been the case in other things before this, you know.
Mm.
And like, I was just like, what? This universe is throwing this cosmic thing in.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
It's definitely an
weird one.
easy.
Oh my gosh, that's a new movie right there, Cal.
I mean, there's like, you know,
Mr. Bean, the origin story.
like, for example,
He's dropped on his head as a child. Done.
there's oh god, we can't talk
Mr. Bean.
about frick. Dog, no, screw me, ignore me.
We can't talk about Guardians.
Yeah, because I think that brings a unique premise to the whole mother issue thing.
It does. Guardian Galaxy 2, good movie. Really, really good movie.
Yeah. Unless you're Chris, who has to watch. So Chris, I was talking to Chris. Speaking of movies and quality of movies and stuff, I was talking to Chris about Guardians. So Rota was like, "Oh, I like Guardians." And Rota and me basically are the exact same person when it comes to our opinions on Guardians. We both went into Guardians 1, and all of our friends had overhyped it to us, and we didn't really like it that much. And we both went into Guardians 2, pretty meh expectations, and were surprised by how good it was. Chris, it was like, I don't know how I feel about Guardians. I need to see it probably like 2-3 more times before I have an opinion. I was like, what is wrong with you, Chris?
How could you not have an opinion when you watch it?
So that's what I was literally like in chat. I was like, Chris, are you okay? But I figured out what Chris's bar is.
The time though.
Chris's bar is like. Chris's bar is like, can I watch a film forever? If I can, it's a good film. I'm like, but Chris, lots of these films were made to be watched once. Like, I understand, like, the whole, like, if I can watch a film again and again, that's definitely an easy way to be a sign of quality, but I don't think not being able to rewatch a film necessarily means a film's bad. I just think it can be good in a different way.
One-time movie, yeah, totally. But come on, Cam wants to know if you saw Fast 8 yet.
I saw Fast 8. I hated Fast 8, Cam. I hated it so much.
I'm diving for cover right now.
It was so bad.
What's that Bruce Willis?
Oh my god! I love 7, Cam. We can still be friends. Oh man, me and my brother went and watched it. I was so happy. I didn't go see that film in IMAX. I was so, like, by the end of that film, I was just like, thank God I saved 10 quid. Like, because God, if I could go back in time, I'd tell myself not to watch this movie. I did not.
What's the, like to go on to the Christian
I have questions too. Ask questions, go for it. Hey,
to go back onto the Chris thing again,
mm-hmm.
You could some movies are only meant to be watched once. Like,
yeah, for sure, right?
What's that Bruce Willis film? The ghost one.
Sixth Sense.
Yeah, Sixth Sense. Yeah. You can only really watch the Sixth Sense once. You can watch it again, and it's kind of appealing because you know the twist, so you can see all the kind of like, you know, things that like nod to what the twist is going to be or whatever. You can only really watch that film once and get that twist and be like, oh my god. By the way, the only good twist that M. Night Shyamalan has ever pulled off.
Yeah, but M. Night Shyamalan made that movie. He said, oh, twists are good.
Oh my
and then
god.
just tried to do it forever.
Oh my god. What a twist. But M. Night Shyamalan. Has he made any other good movies? I'm going to have a look.
think he made. I feel like he made one good movie, but I don't know what it is. I know he made a bunch of trash movies.
Avatar. Kidding.
I do not. No, my older brother. No, my little brother sounds more Scouse than anything. And my little sister has literally zero English in her accent. Like she didn't really grow up here at all. So my little sister sounds completely different to us.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Just found out that M. Night Shyamalan was a writer on Stuart Little. That's so weird. Sorry, carry on. So weird.
What's the twist in that? Oh yeah, Stuart Little's a mouse.
But right.
Whoa.
That makes so much sense
Bruh.
now. I always thought Stuart Little was unnecessarily deep and full of plot holes. Freaking M. Night Shyamalan. Learn to write films. Anyway.
I feel like no one's going to understand that apart from me, Ravi, so...
Was a writer on Guardian. I don't know. Wait, Guardian's the Russian?
No, they're Guardians of the Galaxy too.
Oh. That film's out. I actually kind of want to see it. The Russian one.
Yeah, it's because it'd be weird.
Yeah, I want to see, I love seeing, alternate cultures interpretations of things that, the West overdoes. A Russian superhero film must be really interesting.
Yeah, totally.
What are their tropes? How are they attacking this? Is it going to be very similar, or is it going to be really different? Yeah. Alrighty. Does anyone have anything else you want to say before we?
I want to see a Russian Fast 8.
Just leave the Fast 8 thing alone. Let's just not mention Fast 8 anymore, please. Because it's not good for anything.
Kamal's already burned enough bridges today.
wait, did you just say Fast 8's not good?
No, shut up, Luke. I hate you. Okay, good night, guys. Andy, do your thing.
Okay. Thanks for watching us cause the destruction of relationships today, guys. If you want to see all the stuff that we talk about, watch our old podcasts. You can follow us on here. Go on our YouTube. We've got a Discord. We've got a Twitter. All the stuff we talked about is going to go in our link dump on this video, and it'll have all the stuff we talked about. If you've got anything you want us to talk about next week or whenever our next podcast is, I think it'll be next week. I don't know yet.
I will not be on, probably.
Oh, well, there you go. Luke won't be on, probably.
Dropping that now.
First time I heard of this, but hey, let's do it.
First thing we heard about it. But yeah, I mean, to be fair, that's normally more notice than we get from anyone. So.
That's true.
But yeah, if we're doing one next week, send us stuff if you want us to talk about it on Discord, Twitter, message us, send a telegram, carry a pigeon, whatever. We'll put it in the link dump, give you a shout out. And yeah, we'll probably be here next Friday. Apparently we'll have a guest. Don't know who that'll be.
Yeah.
Find out next week.
All right.
Bye.
Peace. If you want to be a guest, message us. Peace.
Yeah, do that.